Hey guys, um, this is the previous video I deleted it, technical difficulties with the camera and stuff, the quality. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Somebody asked me to do a video on monitoring spirits. And I think this is a very, very, very important topic. But don't get so caught up in the language monitoring spirits that you go, that is like it's monitoring spirits, like it's something that's really far away and it's in the spiritual realm and all this kind of stuff, and it doesn't affect your daily living. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video when it was requested. See, we are, in my opinion, and I believe this, we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. If we look at okay, what is behind this physical experience? What is behind this physical experience is life, the spirituality of life. And that's the spirituality of life occupies our bodies. So don't think of monitoring spirits. We are monitoring spirits. We are spirits having this physical expression of life. So my whole thing is this with monitoring spirits. First of all, let me say this. Narcissists monitor you. They are a spirit having a physical experience, and they're monitoring you. I worked in a correctional facility as a juvenile correctional officer. And when I worked in that facility, it was a maximum security facility for highly violent youth. So one of my positions was I monitored the school area. And what I had to do was I walked the hallways. I had to know where the fire hydrant is, know where all the classes are, know what doors was locked, lock doors that wasn't locked, and just monitoring the entire school building. That's basically what I did. But the purpose of doing that was for the protection of everybody in the building, including myself. So if something happened, let's say a fight broke out in classroom 2, I can immediately, get on my radio, direct people to classroom 2 because we need help in classroom 2. Okay, so all that stuff. So you get the point. It was all about protection. But see, narcissists, they monitor everything about you because their intent is to bring you some harm. Yeah, I said it. Their intention is to bring you some harm. Now, I've heard people say, well, I don't know about their intentions. Okay, let's get rid of the word intentions for a minute. They don't care if they bring you harm because they're so self-centered that it's going to harm, whatever their behavior is, it's going to harm you, and they don't care if they harm you. Okay, so I'm going to throw that out there. But let's go back to the word intent. So their intention is to harm you because, see, they want something from you. See, they're monitoring everything about you, okay? They're monitoring who your friends are. They monitor where you live. Let's say you moved. They want to come over, not because you're having a housewarming and they haven't been over your house in years. They just want to come over because they want to see where you're living at now. You living by yourself? You got a roommate, what's going on? What's your area like? See, they monitoring everything about you. They monitoring your friends. And see, they will go as far as to become friends with your friends. Especially if they feel that they can manipulate your friends. They monitor your food. Because I did a video on narcissist and food. They want to know, oh, what's your favorite dish? Oh, that's what you like? I cook that too. I cook that from time. Next time I cook it, I'm gonna bring you a dish over. I'm gonna bring you a plate over, you know, and you know, and but see, they do some crazy stuff with energy to your food, and they will put something in your food that they know that you're allergic to. They got to know what you're allergic to, what's in your what you can't have, what you can have. They got to know everything about that, because what they do is they take it and they use it all against you. That's what they do, y'all. And they're going to turn your friends against you. Or they're going to convince you, they're going to convince, not you, but they're going to convince your friends, you know, that they shouldn't have nothing to do with you. And see, some people are they just go along to get along. They was like, oh yeah, oh well, you know, and they scared. They don't want no drama. They don't want no trouble. I'm not gonna call her no more. I'm not gonna return her calls. I just saw a video. Whose side are you on? This is Cry Speaks on Facebook and YouTube. Whose side are you on? You know. But that's what narcissists are monitoring everything that you do. They are a spirit in a physical body, and they're monitoring everything that you do, and they're looking at everything that you do. So they can decide, if they can use it against you or not. That's just what they do, y'all. They did, and I'm dealing with it now. I got a friend of mine. Now, she's not a friend anymore, but the person that I know, she knows people that I know, and she's running around talking to me about people, Rosemary this and you know what, that's just what they do, and they're not going to stop. Don't you think for a minute that they're going to stop, because that's not what they do. They're going to find a roundabout way of trying to get to you and to aggravate you. And then they'll come, these kind of narcissists monitoring your emotions. How you feel about Susie being there? How did you feel when so-and-so showed up? How did that make you feel when, that happened? You better pay attention to people that want to monitor. They want to know how you feel. It's like when you put a cake in the oven, and you put that cake in the oven and you putting it in there, but you got to check on it, because see, you want to know if did it rise or fall. And when you check on it, you want to gently pull that door, because you don't want to slam the door, because the cake might fall. So, and if you got a stove with your glass, you can see through it. You checking on it. Did it rise? Did it fall? And that's what them narcissists doing. They checking on you. Did you rise? Did you fall? Did you succeed? Did you fail? How's your business going? How many products did you sell? And who's coming over? They love to ask that. Oh, you having a party? Who's gonna be there? They love to do that. Now, I'm not talking about people that just ask those kinds of questions. What's very, very important is when they're monitoring you, is there a pattern? Because I get some people, they don't want to go to certain events or you having a get together or barbecue or whatever. They don't want to come because, John Doe is going to be there, and John Doe always wreaks havoc in their life and turns every social event into hell for them. So they don't want to go. I get that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a pattern. They always asking in a roundabout way, to try to get you to volunteer information. If they don't ask you a question, don't answer it. And don't answer it. If they don't ask you a question, don't volunteer to give them a friend of mine brought this to my attention. No is a complete sentence. No means no. I don't have to tell you, no, I'm not coming because. I don't have to tell you that. No means no. No, I can't make it. That's it. That's all. Then they want, why come you can't make it? Does it have something to do with Sue? Does it have something to do with so-and-so? Did it have something to do with what happened yesterday? What happened last? That's monitoring you. They are a monitoring spirit. And I'm a monitoring spirit. I'm an empath. And I'm monitoring only in that I'm observing people's behavior for my protection. That goes back to what I was saying about being in the school. I'm observing everything in that school area for the protection of everybody. I'm observing people's behavior for my protection. So I can decide, am I going to go no contact with you? Am I going to have something to do with you or whatever? Monitoring narcissists, they monitoring you because they want to harm you. Research it on Google. I pull it up. Pull up monitoring spirits. They are doing this because they want to harm you. I pulled it up in the dictionary too, on an app that I have. There's so many definitions for monitoring, but the bottom line is they're basically self-appointing supervisors. They appointed themselves to be your supervisor over everything that's going on in your life. And they want you to report to them everything that's going on into your life. Oh, you bought a car? Oh, what kind of car you get? You know, sometimes they got to get information from you because they need a story to tell. Oh, you got a Nissan, you got a Toyota, you got a Chevy. You know, so they can run back and tell your friends that they became friends with and I don't know why she bought that Chevy. She don't have, I don't know why she bought that Toyota for $10,000. She could have got a Nissan with all the bells and whistles for $10,000. You know, devaluing and treating you like what you decided to purchase was not a good decision. They monitoring your spirits for a whole lot of different reasons, you guys. You got to pay attention to that. Pay attention to the person that goes to the cookout, the barbecue, to get together, and they go into every single last person. Every time I observe that, I'm like, okay. Every time I turn around and I observing them kind of people, next thing you know, there's some drama. They done went and talked to everybody. They monitoring everybody's business. And everybody who's socializing with who and all this kind of stuff. And by the time they get done, it's chaos and confusion. That's what they do, y'all. That's just what they do. Monitoring spirits do not have good, narcissistic monitoring spirits. They don't have good intentions for you. They're out to harm you. They out to break up your relationships. They out to destroy your business. I've had it happen to me. They out to destroy your business. They out to destroy any kind of relationship that you have with anybody. I don't care if you got a relationship with your favorite ink pen and your paper clip. They're going to make sure that disappears because that's what they do. They want to monitor every single last detail in your life so they can figure out how to dismantle it, destroy you, and hurt you. And then they're going to do a heat check. Did you rise? Did you fall? Did I succeed? Did I hurt you enough? Oh, I didn't get you good enough this time? Oh, I'm going to get you next time then. That's what they do, y'all. And always, y'all, look for them patterns. Look for them patterns, because a one-time thing, that's just a one-time thing. But once you see that one-time thing, you better make sure your eyes is open and you're paying attention. Because if it continues to happen, that's a problem. That's a red flag. All right, guys. Y'all be safe out there. I'll talk to y'all next time.